I fought against my landlord to get my deposit back, and I won. So today I wanted to talk about something that just got solved today. The dispute just got sorted. We fought against the landlord to get our deposit back because he was trying to take some money which I was not happy with him trying to take. So to cut a long story short, I'll give you the overview of what happened. Me and my friend moved into a property a couple of years ago, and we went in, and first of all, when we were looking to move in, we asked if we could view the property, to which they said there was no viewings. Instantly, this was a little bit of like, what the hell, why can we not go and view it? But okay, it was kind of during COVID times, it was like 2021. Thought, fine, we'll take a risk. We liked the look of the outside and the position, the pictures were all right, so we were like, let's go, let's just take it. Now, when we moved in, obviously they said the place had been professionally cleaned. So anyway, we rock up, we start having a look around, and we realised that it may have been professionally cleaned, but not very well. So we're looking at the windowsill, and there was mould all along the windowsill. There was dust all up in the light fittings, and the kitchen cupboard underneath was just thick with yellow residue from oil and cooking and maybe smoking in there, who knows. We were like, okay, well, it is what it is. We'll just have to do a bit of a clean ourselves. And this is something that you need to remember if you go and rent out a property. As soon as you go in and you see things like that, take pictures, take a video, because that's something that we didn't do, apart from one thing, which I'll come to in a minute. So we get there, we're like, right, we'll just have to clean it ourselves. So we scrubbed around, we got rid of all the mold, we sorted out the light fittings. The toilet doesn't have a toilet seat, the drains are blocked, there's a crack in the window, and we asked for all of this to get fixed before we moved in because we could see it in the photos. They said, yeah, it'll get sorted, it'll get sorted. Obviously the drains we didn't know about until we moved in. Yeah, the landlord knows about it, he'll sort it. We move in, it's not fixed. The drains, 3 years later, never even got sorted. We then come to moving out 3 years later. We done a deep clean, right? And when I say deep clean, I mean we cleaned the whole place as best we could. I even got my mum round to be like, right, can you do a final inspection just to make sure that we've cleaned everything? She was like, this is spotless. Much better condition than when you moved in. So we leave, take a video. Again, something you need to do if you leave a property, take pictures and videos of you cleaning the property or when you've cleaned it, because that actually helped us quite a lot in the end. So it comes to handing the keys back, we post the keys to the letterbox, and they say, right, we're gonna do a checkout inspection, we'll let you know if there's any issues and obviously any deductions from your deposit. So we paid £1,010 for our deposit. Then all of a sudden we get an email saying, you're being deducted £650 for the cleaning of the property. What? What? £650? The property was in a better condition when we left than it was when we took it. So how on earth do you justify £650? If I had the email up, I would read it to you, but the email I sent back to them is enough to make you want to quit your job. Now, I can be an absolute Karen if I want to be. I'm not, I'm quite an amicable person. But if you want me to go there, I can go there. And in this email, I went there. How dare you, I'm disgusted, blah, 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 all these crazy words. They turn around and say, look at this report, it's justified because this needs cleaning, and this needs cleaning. Well, if you look back into the inventory report when we moved in, it's in a much better condition now than it was when we moved in. And the contract says it needs to be returned in the state that it was given to us in. And in fact, it was returned in a much better state than when we got it. So they started saying, the light fittings have got dust on. Wow. The one video that I did actually take when we moved in is a video of the light fittings. Bearing in mind, the light fitting's probably this big. It was up to here with dead flies. And it's one of these lights that's got like 3 fittings. Each of them was like half full with dead flies. How disgusting is that? Like you move into a property and the light's half full of dead flies. So fortunately, I actually recorded this because I wanted to take a video to see what it was like inside because I couldn't quite get my head into it, you know? So when we got this email saying £650 being deducted, I wasn't having it. Most people, and you might be one of these people, the reason I'm doing this video is because there's a lot of people out there who would just roll over and be like, what, £650? No way, okay, fine. Don't just roll over. If you feel like that is far too much money and you're being taken for an idiot, then fight your case, fight your corner. Because reality is, you could end up winning. £650 they tried to take from us. Anyway, today it's just got resolved. And they're only going to be keeping 125. £125 out of 650. Now obviously because we disputed it, it goes to an independent deposit protection scheme. They review all the information that the landlord will put forward, the landlord and the agents, and the statements and the evidence that we put forward. They've agreed. The landlord was just trying to take far too much money for what he needed to do. And the fact that we returned the property in better condition than it was originally given to us for. And in the check-in report, For each of the rooms, like, it's quite an extensive check-in report. It says, this is clean to a generally good standard, or this is a poor standard, fair standard, blah, blah, blah. And then in the checkout report, so after we've been there, it was like fair standard, fair standard, fair standard. We cleaned places to a fair standard, but when we moved in, it was a poor standard. Yet they're trying to say that we needed to pay them money because they needed to clean it. That is just extremely hypocritical. And the fact that the landlord even tried this is ridiculous. This is a message to you. If you are in a rental property, when you leave, make sure you take photos. If you're going into a rental property, when you get in there, have a look around, take videos, take photos. And just beware that there are some scummy landlords out there that will try and take you for every penny that you got, for no reason at all. So anyway, I just had to come on here and say that because it's kind of like I fought the system and I won. Or I fought this landlord and I won when he thought that he could take me for a mug, which I wasn't too happy about. So anyway, make sure you take pictures. Hopefully you get a good landlord. I'm sorry for the rant, but it just had to be done. If this helped you in any way, drop your comments down below. I'd love to hear what kind of experience you've had with landlords, whether you've had good landlords, bad landlords. I'd love to know below. Shout out to you, comment, like, subscribe, all of that stuff.